So up again, y'all. How y'all doing? It's Joseph R. Wheeler the third, the artist, the founder, the president of the ONYXCON Foundation, 501c3 lifestyle arts and creative lifestyle organization, here to teach you and share with you and make you acknowledge the real meaning of art. Therefore, you can live your art life. What's happening, y'all? We're back at it. I went live earlier and I had a really good live. I'm proud of that live. I think I hit a lot of good points. You know, I go back and listen a lot of times, depending on how long the live was, to my own content to pick out parts that can become shorts and stuff like that. And I'm gonna have to definitely chop that one up and put out a series of shorts because I said some things in there that needed to be said. I really agreed with myself that I think everything I was saying was on point. That we need to acknowledge some things. I was talking about my experience from yesterday at the one and only Atlanta Caribbean Festival, aka Atlanta Carnival. And the video is up right now. It has already hit over 20 views last time I checked. Could be more than that while I'm talking. I hope it is. I hope it's going into the hundreds. I hope it's going into thousands. It need to be over a million, quite frankly, in my opinion. I mean, come on, man. That when I tell y'all what I did in this video, what the people did and what I was able to witness and get on camera for y'all in a professional manner. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel like you were there. You're gonna feel like you were in the parade with me and everybody else out there dancing, having a good time. You're gonna feel like you went to Atlanta if you ain't never been to Atlanta. You're gonna feel like you went to the Caribbean if you've never been to the Caribbean, any of the nations of the Caribbean. Shout out to all my Caribbean massive, okay? Okay? The Spanish speaking, the English speaking, the patois speaking, the Creole speaking, the whatever your language, whatever your culture, your tribes, your units, your crews, your what have you. Hey, shout out to the Caribbean, man. Shout out to all the Caribbean people that are based in Atlanta. Come to Atlanta for the Atlanta Carnival. And all the people who are out there at the Jazz Festival today, salute to you for standing through it and getting wet because it's raining like a mug everywhere in Metro Atlanta right now. Off and on is an understatement. It literally just got the sun back out after pouring down where I'm at. And I just heard a DJ. I was listening to B103, which is one of the main stations in the town. And man, this dude's muffler is loud as hell. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Thumbs up. I need more of those. I need to know y'all listening and y'all really in here with me, all right? 26. Let's not do that today. Come on. Can we not do that? Can we not do that silliness where it be two-digit numbers of people watching and only one person is like, hey, man, what's up? Yeah. What's up to you regardless, whoever you are? Thank you. You know, you the realest one in here right now. I don't know what's up with these other people, man. They ain't got no heartbeat. They ain't got no pulse. They need to check into a hospital immediately. I think they might be dead. They might be zombies. Only zombies was just stare at a screen of a stranger, not show no love. If you like what you see and you like what you're hearing, then hit the thumbs up, show some respect. You know, it's simple and plain. There's something going on with this brother in front, man. He need to come and pull over. He got a traffic mind falling in the house. His truck should have never left the house. It is about. I hope it ain't about to blow up. Don't sound too good. What you gonna do, man? You gonna get off the road or what? You got your blink on, but that must be a lie. You don't really mean it. Okay, he turned it. That's right. Go on home. Go on home. Get up out of here. Damn, that shit sounded like it was about to explode. God damn. I mean, we going through it. I understand. It's rough out here. Right. If you say to yourself, will I make it when you get in? It's time to just cut it off and figure out another way. I'm out here in the rain, working as usual. Didn't want to work today. I told y'all I was pleading with y'all. I'm still pleading with y'all. Let me not say pleading. I'm still asking y'all to acknowledge that the content you watch and enjoy here is because of sacrifice that is connected to finances. And I don't expect most of anybody in the world, and I got global audience. When you're international, I'm not even talking to you because I've never had anybody. I'm not saying it's not possible. I just haven't had anybody internationally ever send a donation. Everybody who's ever supported ONYXCON directly and sent a donation, and they do exist. Thank you, all of y'all who do. They're American citizens, and I get that. No one wants to have to go through. I gotta pay the up charges to send you something and all that. But I mean, they could be a Dubai sheikh. You know what I'm saying? That likes my content. Well, today's shake is the day I need you to send that $500,000 that's your pocket change. You know what I mean? That's what we need right now at ONYXCON. We need some life changing funding up in here. Because this weekend has taught me officially with this economy how it is. You know, I've been realizing it in the grocery bill. I've been realizing it in the gas tank. But when it come around to wanting to do content, previous years, the struggle was no less. But I would figure it out every year. I'd just be like, whatever, man. I'm gonna put this off till Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and get this content, and I would have enough. I got enough gas. I mean, I might be down to the very last, but I would figure it the funk out, and y'all would get the content. You see what I'm saying? Y'all would get to see all this cool stuff. But that's why it's got to be a fair relationship. It's got to be reciprocal. It's got to be where people understand. Look, if you're benefiting from being able to see this, this ain't network television. Nobody you watch on YouTube. I mean, nobody. I don't give a damn who they are. Even the ones that got big money and put on their own stuff, they still coming out of their own pocket for the most part for those productions. It's not. I mean, unless they got a deal. Some of them do have endorsements and deals, and that's another. But if you ain't Mr. Beast, I Show Speed, Shannon Sharp, folks on that level. Okay, all right. Just get that. That's the A-listers of YouTube, and there's a bunch of other people can go on that list. Sorry if I ain't mentioning your favorite, or for whatever you into. Great. I'm saying this though, for the rest of us, this is the struggle, right? This is the doing it no matter what because we love it and because we know we're gonna get there, you know. But time is of the essence. And one thing I know about life that I've learned from, at my age, but also witnessing other people, younger or older, or close to my age, man, tomorrow ain't promised to nobody. That's number one. Number two, stop taking people's energy for granted because you can be missing them. And I ain't talking about death here. Like I said, tomorrow's not promised, but I'm not really going that far to mortality. I'm literally just saying you can literally look up and somebody stopped doing this for a while and you miss their shit. You're like, man, where's so-and-so? Where's their child? I used to love that. That's one of my favorite things. What did you ever damn like? Did you like all the videos you watched? He used to always say that. And I really didn't, if I'm honest. What the fuck wrong with you? Why you, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? What do you mean you don't know? You holding the phone, bitch. Push the fucking button. Like, what's wrong with y'all? Seriously, that's how we be about it. And I ain't taking a word back because that's just how raw it is. That's how serious it is. The only reason I'm in this car right now instead of downtown Atlanta somewhere getting more content for y'all is because you didn't support. Point blank, period. 5 people watching right now. 1 thumbs up. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense whatsoever. There should be 10,000 people on this live and at least 100 and something of them done put a thumbs up. That's what it should be. Why? Because you're looking. That's why. And if you're trolling, you don't exist. You really don't. You're a number, so I thank you for your number, because guess what? It still helps. So if you think because I see it every time I, shut down a live, you'll see like sometimes I get like 10 comments. Like, they the dumbest motherfucker on earth. I told them during the damn thing, I say, look, if you're not a subscriber, I don't see what you're saying. And if you're trying to troll, I don't see what you're saying because I have blocks, I have filters. It's never gonna happen. Now this is what I like when it's 2 for 2. That's a proper number. I don't care how low the number. I just like reciprocation. 2 people looking, and it's probably not one. It's probably one of the people who, did a thumbs up before they got off, whatever. But either way it go, thank you. Whoever they were, whoever they are, thank you. Y'all the reason for the season. You the type of people I do content for. I genuinely mean that. From the bottom and the top and the side and the corner and the edge of my heart. I'm serious. Because I promise you, when I was up last night, frustrated because I couldn't get the dang video that y'all now enjoy of all the festivities from yesterday's carnival to load because it's such a big one and I had to keep cutting it down. And I'm like, I'm not cutting out the best parts. I got to keep the best parts, but I got to get rid of some of the B-roll. And it's hard to decide what B-roll, and all of it looks good. Like, this is all really good stuff. And I'm like, damn. But hell, they ain't gonna watch it alone anyway. If it get too long, they're not gonna watch it, man. You got to cut it. All right, chop, 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 chop. Chop, 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 chop. Finally got it to where it would post. Man, damn. Yeah, y'all. I'm back. Really? Wow. One still watching. Who is nobody come back to like, who you? What surveillance are you? Like, why are you that interested? Ain't nobody. I'm up here complaining about people not having attention span. I know ain't nobody waiting when I have to get off, do the work, come back to the ride. Like, come on, come on. So just if it's fam, say speak up. I don't want to be talking to you like you any old body. I want to salute you and shout you out if it's really fam, you know, because I do have some family members that follow it and will watch. Oh my goodness. But anyway, it's all good. Universe blessed, well protected. We're gonna keep it pushing. So I tell you, like I said, yesterday ended up being very fun, regardless of the rain. And and I've already talked about this in my previous live. I was saying how I definitely realized there's a part of me that has always loved Caribbean cultures, and I mean, it goes without saying, the women, Lord, they're so wonderful. Um, the girl I took to the prom in high school was Jamaican American. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was my first connection to somebody of direct Caribbean descent on a personal level. You know what I mean? But and then somewhere around high school, my father took us to the first ever Jamaican restaurant I ate at. Shout out to Tropical over there off of Old National. That used to be my spot. That was the first Jamaican food I ever ate in my life and fell in love with it. So, you know, from that experience on to meeting other people from other places, Puerto Rico, Dominicans, when I was in New York, of course, St. Kitts, St. Thomas when I was in New York, met people I went to school with in my first year of college and stuff. Shout out Pratt Institute up there, Brooklyn, all that. And trying to think of anybody else from anywhere else that I knew was from the Caribbean. I'm sure there was some Jamaicans just by default. Jamaicans just by default, man. Come on. Shout out Jamaica, man. And what's crazy is I have never been to Jamaica. As many Jamaicans as I know and know of me, and I keep meeting them all the time, left and right in Atlanta. It's just what you're gonna meet. I have not been to Jamaica. It don't make sense. I'm starting to feel like I admit part of the reason why is by the time I got older, it wasn't just this fantastic place that I wanted to see. It became this dangerous place because I kept hearing all the horror stories. And most recently, in the last year, I think it was last year, there was a honey I met online that I was talking to for a minute. Who started off with, you know, flirty intentions, and it kind of died out, unfortunately. She was one of them flakers, one of them ghosters that just get weird out of nowhere. Um, and she was a busy mom. I try not to mess with moms. I really do. They be at me though. Sometimes, man, I'm like a mom magnet. Mamas be loving me. I'm trying to avoid y'all busy moms, man. Y'all don't have time for it, brother. Y'all really don't. Y'all don't even have time to talk on the phone. How you gonna maintain this relationship? Y'all just swear every woman in the world wants. Every woman wants a relationship, and they want marriage. All this stuff y'all be talking about, but y'all got to understand. You have to put in what you want out. It's investment in anything, through thick and thin. And you start proving that you are worthy of that consideration from the very first message. I'm gonna get off on this for a minute. I'm gonna finish that tangent, but let me say real quick about her. Ghosted at a certain point, got real flaky, and that was the end of that. But she told me a story, a horror story she had been through. She lived in a part near Kingston, and you know that's one of those notorious hoods and everything. Can be, you know, from what I've always heard of most of it, city area of Jamaica. And she had a real bad situation happened one time of getting robbed and abducted by some guys just walking back to her car, and they had set her up. and kidnapped her in her own freaking car. Like it was no, it wasn't her car. It was their car. But yeah. She was at her car, about to get in her car, and they were waiting on her. And they got out and put her at. I think it was. I can't remember. If she said knife or gunpoint. I think it was both, knife and gun. It was crazy shit. Two dudes, and she had to literally leap from the car to save her life. She ended up getting incredible bone damage, broken bones. Had to go to the hospital for months or some shit, or a week at least. Something real crazy. It was really bad, really, really, really bad. And she told me the story, but she was also a YouTuber, so she had a video about it. Most crazy shit I ever seen in my life. As far as something, a story of somebody I actually met, sort of, virtually. It was just sad. It was pathetic, and it just made me think, well, shit, who the fuck would ever want to go there? But that's not the whole island, and that's not the resort. That's not the nice part. That's not, whenever we go any of these nations, they all have hoods. They all have rough parts. They all have parts where there's danger and there's people getting gotten. What they say is petty crime, but petty need to stop saying petty, because if it's violent, it's violent. And that means super danger. If you can get hurt in any kind of way, no one's going on vacation to get hurt or killed. No, that's not an option, right? A place that doesn't have as much mess going on. That's cool. One of my homies just shot back. They saw my video. I sent them the link to the carnival video, and it was like, nice. I was like, there you go. Thank you. Much respect. That kind of stuff you're supposed to do with your friends, man. Somebody send you something, and then you call yourself a friend. Send back what that person did. One word, nice. That nice lets me know they watched it, or they started watching it, or they enjoyed it, or they liked that I sent it. They appreciate that I thought of them and thought they might like this. And if they do, now you'll sit around and I watched it, yeah, but I ain't never send you nothing to tell you I see it. Did you're an asshole, straight up. And I got some friends that are still friends that have asshole qualities about them. I'm just gonna be real honest. They do. That's the real about that. It's asinine behavior. It's like, what's wrong with you, man? Do you have any idea how hard it is to make this content, put it up, send it out to people, send a link, and then they don't even respond? All any of us want is a response. Those responses validate the time and the sacrifice and the risk in doing what we're doing. It is a risky behavior in its own right to even do a YouTube channel or anything like this. Because when you live the art life, when you're in creative, you can't, I'm gonna say this, and a lot of people wouldn't agree, but I don't give a damn. They're not living it. I guarantee you most of them are not living it. And if they are artists and are living it, they have the cushy version of the art life, which is still art life, but they're not acknowledging what gatekeeping, what grandfathering, what financial, what could be educational, but hell, I got education too. But it can be. Uh, Breaks are there between you and the next artist that's not easily living that life that you take for granted until Disney lets you go and replaces your job with AI. See, fools who I met people like that, and I did a video about that too, about how that ego of people who get in, even as artists, they get cushy jobs and think they're at the hierarchy of what artists are. I'm the best type of artist you could be. It's like actors that get in the biz and get an ego and get crazy because they get a little money or they get a lot of money and they start thinking they're invincible. One scandal and it's all gone, baby. One scandal. We all seen it. We have seen it. There's actors that, man, I would have never thought that. And I'm talking about, you want to get into the racial element of it, the constructs. White actors that, man, you would think, yeah, this dude is all right. I mean, he's white and he's privileged and he's gonna be all right. He's a pretty boy and all the women love him. And what's the guy's name who was in the last Tron movie? I didn't even realize he had been in a scandal. But when I started posting how I liked the movie, I liked Tron Ares. People were in the comments talking about his scandal, and I was like, "What are they talking about?" Because I don't keep up with these people like that. If I like your work, that's all I'm thinking about. Unless it gets big enough that I have to know. Okay, and in his case, it was one of the things that was mentioned, but in typical privileged, handsome white guy that Hollywood still gives movies to. Hello, it wasn't like Jonathan Majors who had a scandal and they tried to just completely blacklist this dude. They tried to wipe him out, not just a cancel. They tried to wipe him off the. Marvel let him go. Now they want him back. Uh huh. After he went through his legal proceedings and proved that he was always innocent and that this crazy ass girl he was dating was a fucking nutball, then, oh, we're so sorry we did you like that. You want your job back? Motherfucker, please. You know, this is the bullshit. This is stuff, right? But this guy, that did whatever he did, he was accused of. I mean, there's no proof that he even did it, but they said he was messing with underage girls. God dang. I was like, really? And I ain't, like I said, I ain't know nothing about that. If it's true, to hell and back. You know what I'm saying? If it's true, take him to hell and back. Take him to hell as soon as he think he getting out, put his ass right back in hell. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit. But if he did not, damn, man, this is a great performer, cool enough. He ain't like my favorite actor or something. Oh, he's so amazing, everything I've ever seen him in. He just does what he does, and he's good at those types of movies, good enough to watch, and that's it, man. That's all I need from you any damn way. I don't want to know you, don't need to know you. You seem like you do it, man. Cool. Like I said, I hope you ain't do that other shit they accuse you of. If it's true, you did. If it ain't, whatever. Leave him be, man. Can we make a movie? Can we see a movie? But one, like I make my point, these people have all this money. Let one scandal come up, and they're done. This society, people look forward to canceling. They have fun with it. It's become a new form of content. People want to talk. I mean, I'm talking about it just by chance because I'm tangents. But there's people who've made whole channels off of that kind of stuff. You know, like they just can't wait for the next mess. They'll spend a year. It's like, oh man, okay, I got these many months I can talk about that till it's dead. Then I'll jump over to this. Oh, did you just hear that this? Oh man, I can't wait to talk about that tomorrow. The whole channel's about bullshit, and people watch. Them kind of channels be getting twice the numbers I get. No, not twice. What am I talking about? Triple tens of thousands. It's insane. Like every video hitting thousands versus, man, when I see K behind a number, I'm so excited. I'd be so happy to see 1,000 on any video. Like, oh man, got a few thousand people watch this short. Got a few thousand people watch this long video. I'd be happy, man. I'm not fronting. I'm not fronting like that's easy to do. Because people on YouTube that have gotten there, they want to act like that's easy. No, man, you done forgot when it was hard. You done forgot when you was trying to climb up and it wasn't so easy. Even if you had a quick rise for whatever reason, and I love when it's women because I'm like, oh, that's always easy. If you're an attractive woman, relatively attracted to any group of people on earth and you're a lady, you gonna get the numbers on this primarily male audience entity. Just dudes alone gonna be because I know because I do it. I'm gonna watch a woman. I don't give a shit what she doing. She cute, she fine, and you could be doing your bills. I'm just sitting there. Sometimes it's like, damn, she pretty. You know, that's how men are. We gonna look anyway. We don't give a darn. We don't care what she doing. She cute. She fine. I'm looking, and that's part of the reason why I feel like this video that I just put up from Carnival should be blowing up, but it's hard to get that algorithm working on your side where people see it. That's why I go live and tell y'all, hey, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you see that? Because I gotta beat this thing. I gotta go around the back door, the side door, something. I gotta make this happen. Y'all gotta know, hey, I just dropped another one. Check out that new Carnival Atlanta, baby. Some of the most beautiful women in the world was in Atlanta yesterday doing their thing. Check it out. You know, I want y'all to check it out. And it's not just the ladies, it's everybody, but you know, that is the highlight. There ain't no qualms about it for me. That's the highlight. Shout out to all the beautiful queens. Real deal. Yeah, y'all. So, you know, check it out. Check it out. But like I say, it's so hard to get this what we do. It is not easy to be a YouTuber. And I think because so many people jumped on it illegitimately just on bandwagons, because people in America and even all around the world, people are mostly followers. They want the easy way out on everything. And even though they know it's not popular to say that out loud, they want to front like what they're doing is not just the easy way when they are doing the easy way. But a lot of people just do stuff just because it's trending. Because they know if I jump on a trend long enough, it's gonna get numbers. Numbers are gonna end up with hopefully money, and they'll get the monetization. So they do whatever's trending, whatever's popular. They're gonna try it. They're gonna try it, and that's how YouTube was for a lot of people. These people wasn't even thinking about YouTube. wasn't trying to do it. That was not it was nothing about them that was a YouTuber and energy. The way they structure their life, the way they do their content, you can tell when they look at some of their stuff. They put in the lackluster effort and everything. But if that topic is something that's controversial, something that's hot sexual, something that's political, something that's angry, something that's cute, you know? But see, that's why here, when I do my diversity of content, I deal with some of that too. But when I do, I don't only go into things I genuinely give a dang about. I show the cute stuff that's cute to me. I don't worry about. I know if first question I ask myself about any of my content: do I like this? And would somebody else probably like this? If my answer to myself is I like this, let's go. I gotta still know that that other question is answered too, honestly. Because if it's like, only I would give a damn, they ain't gonna give a shit at all. Okay, I'll just keep that to myself, or I'll take it to other apps where I know people would appreciate it more. Like there's lives I do where I do it on fan base because I know YouTube ain't ready for me to talk about that. Some of what I'm talking about right now, y'all ain't ready for. Y'all ain't got the attention span. I know how this goes. Y'all like goof off behavior. Too many of y'all do, not everybody. But there's a lot of people on YouTube I've come to learn that want to goof off all the time. Part of the reason why I still persevere and do what I do, not on some goof off shit. Everything's so silly all the damn time. Yeah, I got a silly side, but that's a side, and that's not me, right? Reason I do that still is because I feel like I gotta add some balance. Whenever you say to yourself too, you're complaining, you're frustrated, like this don't have that. Well, the whole world is well, not the whole world, but a large, but whatever the percentage is they say that YouTube has for all streaming and all content that people watch daily, just television of any sort on the phone, actual TV, tablet, whatever. YouTube controls an incredible percentage of world economy for that. It's amazing. They've really done a thing. So whenever I think about that, I'm just like, well, I want things to be more balanced and reflect more of my values. And I see a few people that are on that. And I think if I leave, then there's one less person helping push it to what I think it ought to be. So I'm gonna be it. I'm gonna still be here. I'm gonna do my part. And I know that over time that's gonna add up and yield results for the best, for making YouTube a better entity for people to enjoy content. So that's the variety we all about, y'all. Hope you support it. I hope you start sending some donations and realize that like for real, I don't only want to sit in the car and talk. This is not my real content. This is the filler. The way I look at it is like shorts are the condiments, right? That's the condiments. If we look at it like a sandwich, that's the condiments. That's the mustard, the ketchup, mayo, whatever. And I'm using Grey Poupon. You know what I'm saying? I'm using sugar-free ketchup. I mean, or yeah, may even be sugar-free. Maybe stevia or sweetened. I mean, it's healthier. You know what I'm saying? It's still ketchup, but it's healthier. My mayo ain't got no canola in it. Ugh, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Making my mayo out of olive oil. Hello, pure. No extra, nothing. Pure. You understand? It's real over here. And then you got the toppings. That would be like what I'm doing right now. Right now is the toppings. This is the lettuce. You want onions? You want caramelized onions? You want bell peppers? You want pickles? You want whatever? I'm gonna give you extra too, right? But if you want the meat, the core, that's the long. Ooh wee, ooh wee. This humidity, y'all. This humidity is for real. It is for real. I was just out the car for probably less than 5 minutes. I had to check on an order for a package that was missing in my lineup. Oh man. And anyway, we figured it out. But it took a minute, and I'm standing out there in that sun, with that baking concrete with fresh rain on it. It's just like a steam bath. It's like a steam bath. Oh man. Yeah, y'all. I'm really ready to visit what I was talking about, Jamaica and all that. I need to see Jamaica. I want to see Puerto Rico too. Honestly, between the two, I would go to Puerto Rico before I would go to Jamaica. But with a big old B, like give me the right place in Jamaica because there's a lot of nice resorts and where there's nice people and everybody's friendly and it's they live off of consumers, from people from other countries coming as it's tourism. Tourism is the market, so you get in the right place. I've heard it's like heaven. I've heard this. I've seen it. I've watched people's videos on YouTube that I love. That I respect their vantage point. I know they do the type of stuff I would do. That's the other thing. Like, I don't care if somebody's just doing a bunch of mess I wouldn't do anyway. Like, one of the coolest things I ever saw on a Jamaica video was there was somebody who went to a farm where they have crocodiles. I didn't know it. I knew they had alligators, which even that was a surprise to me years ago when I found that out. But yeah, a lot of places in the Caribbean have alligators and crocodiles. Like, what crocodiles? Like, yeah, there are crocodiles. Plastic alligators don't matter. I'm just saying that level of monstrosity exists in Jamaica. And the guy who ran the farm or whatever took the lady and his brother and his lady. They went on a special tour or whatever, and it was fun just to watch their stuff because they were they both had never done nothing like that. And crocodile came up right next to the boat and was as long as the boat. The thing was wide as it was big. It was big, big. They had one of those cameras you could dip in the water, aqua function, and they did that so you could see how big he was next to the boat. That was crazy. I was like, yeah, some crazy shit like that I would do. I would, because you out there with a guy that knows how to. This is like, it's not a pet, but it's something that's used to being around the same boat and the same people all the time, and you just hope it ain't the day he decides he wants to turn the boat over. But I would like to see it. I ain't gonna front. I wouldn't mind going on something like that. It's like, I mean, just the fact that it exists there and no one talks about that. That's the only video I ever saw like that. Like, that's the kind of content I like to do. If you've been here on my channel long enough, that's the kind of stuff I like to do. I want to take you outside the box, man. I want to show you what you didn't even know existed. In addition to a little bit of what you used to, but because some of the, I never say that some stuff that is quote unquote trendy is of no interest to me. It's just of less interest to me. It's like, it's trendy for a reason. It appeals to some part of the human psyche. And if it works for mine too as an individual, then yeah, I want to see it, but or whatever it is, I want to experience it. But I'm not trying to just be doing stuff just cause, like, oh, you go there, you got to do just what they did. No, as soon as just to say that bothers me. It really, I'm the kind of person. As soon as I say, I'm doing that because everybody, you gotta. Did you say gotta? You said gotta, didn't you? You said you was talking to me and you said something about gotta. Oh, ain't no damn gotta. I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, be back. Oh man, stuff to deal with doing this courier shit. This is why I'm telling you, man, I'm burnt out, y'all. I'm burnt out. Something got to give. I feel it's so close. We are so close. But it's this creeping on the come up that's driving me crazy. It's like I see the increase, but it's about as slow as me downloading the 30 something minute video. It's just like that. It is literally just like this. The speed of getting monetization here is like the speed of downloading an over 30-minute video in iMovie, so that you had to take all this stuff off your phone. You got to do all this weird shit just to load it up. And then once it's loaded, you got to hope that in a matter of days it breaks the few hundred views, so that it will continue to get a few hundred views and then get 1,000 something and then get a few thousand views. You got to hope it does that. And it's like, for every video that I've ever posted that ever had success, the only ones that hit thousands in long form, there were a few that hit it quick. Probably the quickest as I remember was one of my gaming videos, which somebody said, well, do gaming more. I do gaming, Goofy. I do it all the time, right? It's not the subject. I've learned it's all chance. It is all chance, people. Now, once you break the mold, once you get the high numbers, this is my theory. Everybody got their theories about YouTube and others, but I'm basing this on my experience. It seems to me, once you get a certain amount of high numbers, of course they put ads on it, so then they value your video, so they promote it. It goes into the higher level of the algorithm, it gets seen more, and that's why your number continues to go up on that video. If you have enough videos doing that on your channel, even if it's slow grow, I think this is why I think I'm going to have such an amazing success when it finally monetizes. This is my theory anyway. because I've heard everybody else has every type of channel. Most of them are the kind that's not like mine. They're doing one, trying to do one niche. They don't really do one niche. Trying to do one niche, and they stuff blows up, and now they just got the stress of constantly chasing the the glory of whatever those first few videos that went million. Like I've literally heard people who said they got a video that's over a million, but it's the only video on their whole channel. And these are people who have hundreds of thousands of followers, subscribers. Can you imagine? You got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and you only have one video that's been over a million. That's how it is for some people on here. You know. Then there's other people that may have a couple of over a million, but it's only a couple. It ain't like a whole bunch. It ain't like everything a million. But like I said earlier in another live, I said, man, those are the. It's like in Hollywood when they say A-list actors and directors, those are A-listers. You know, everything go because of who they make so much money for the platform. They'll always get pushed to the scene. You get sick of seeing them. They're gonna be there whether you want it or not. You're gonna have to watch their videos. You know, or you got to be aware of them. You ain't got to watch it, but you're gonna have to be aware of them. You know, you can't not know. I didn't know what Mr. Beast looked like, nor care. Didn't want to see none of his stuff. I mean, I read about him and I realized, oh, okay, so the guy is snarky. Looks like he's 30 something, but he's probably 20 something. I don't know how old he is, but I just know with the beard he looks a little older. That's all I'm saying. And white guy who's very nice and acts friendly and just does little goofy stuff. Okay, gotcha. But goofy stuff that kids like. So of course he's got an adult and a kid market. That's all of YouTube right there. They ask you to push the button. Do you want to do this for kids or for no adult? I don't even care if it would appeal to kids. My channel is adult. My channel is adult. If somebody is an adult and decides to share something that I put on here that's cute or would appeal to their child, that's your responsibility as an adult to choose what that will be. I'm not. No, hell no. So I get why channels like him, I get why Speed is blowing up how he did, because ISO Speed's 21 acting like he's 12, and acting like he's 21. He goes between the two all the time. Sometimes he act like he's 30 because he done had some 30-year-old experiences. Like, come on, man, you can't have that kind of money and success so young and not grow up real quick. And that's what happened with him. And I worry about what will happen with him. I hope he got a good therapist. No, he got his team is all these people to do different things for him and everything. And when he travels, it's obvious they got it all worked out. Who's going to interact with him? How? Sometimes it's on spot, and you got your bodyguards and everything. Yeah, that's all great. Who's bodyguarding your mind? Because I promise you need a therapist. I hope he got one. I mean, I'm talking that like he probably does, but I hope he does, because man, the amount of and I hope he got a good medical staff. Like so many human man, this stuff he done coughed that he never told y'all he was coughing. I mean, good gosh, I can only imagine. He talked about how exhausted he's been. He only got a few hours of sleep, and you out there still doing flips and shit. That's that 21. But when you get when he get 25, he gonna feel like he 30. When he get 30, he gonna feel like he 40. It's gonna wear on you if you keep doing it at the rate you're doing it, how you're doing it. Yes, makes sense. Hopefully, I hope he'll just like start taking the movie. No, that shit, man. Them real checks that you ain't got to work as hard for, and make it a privilege for people to see you maybe once a month. You do a big, huge, crazy tour like you do these streams, going to countries and stuff. That's cool. I like how he's doing that. But the goofball factor, watch it start dying off, and then that's when you're gonna see his fandom change. Cause some people gonna get mad. Why don't you act stupid no more? Cause I'm grown, man. I don't want to be a goofy ass child for my whole life for y'all. That's what's going to happen. It's inevitable. These honeys start hollering out. You start realizing, man, I'm 21 and I can get women twice my age because they looking at my bank account and thinking, well, he's handsome. Oh, and they'll get you. They'll have your head all messed up. All. Yes. My goodness gracious, universe. Bless. Let's get to it, man. We just, I'd love to have. What? Hell yes. You know, very, very differently, but yet just as successful, if not more in certain ways. Because man, what you could do, and that's not saying I don't know his ins and